Hey guys, it's me, YouTuber Toaster right back again with a crazy video, and today we're gonna fill out a page or maybe a spread in my sketchbook. A few people were asking for stuff related to my art style, so I think what better way to go over my art style than just honestly filling out a page in my sketchbook the way I would. And that is not to say that it's gonna be pretty or awesome or like the best amazing art I've ever made in my entire life, but it will be honest, and that's pretty cool. So here's the page we're gonna fill out. This is the page before it. That's how sketchbook pages look sometimes. And I'm gonna show you this, guys. Look, it's half a page because I cut it out a little bit. We're gonna fill this out the way I would honestly fill it out. And if I were to be extremely honest, I do just want to tear this bit out, but if I'm gonna be also honest, I don't want to just waste a huge bit of paper just because I don't like that it's not a full piece. We're just gonna draw on it how I would draw on it if this were me just sitting in my room and wanting to draw. I'm probably gonna be doing a bit of a voiceover, so we'll see. Hope you enjoy. Okay, bye. Hello, this is voiceover YouTuber Toasted Rat, and I'm here to explain my drawing process, I guess. It's not really much to explain. I feel like you could just watch it and see what I do, but we're gonna explain it anyways, I guess. I don't really do anything special, I'll be honest. I feel like a lot of artists can agree that when they draw, they don't really do anything special. They just draw and draw what they want and do what they want. Maybe if you're a beginner or someone who does struggle with knowing what they want to do, you really do believe that other artists have a specific process, I guess. But that's not always or usually the case. I feel like, at least I hope, most artists like to draw just for fun and for their own enjoyment and their own passion or whatever. I know it's super cringe, like what the freak, but yeah. I'm still gonna go over some talking points though, so enjoy me rambling for however long this video is. Okay, so first one is my sketching process. As you can see in the video that's happening right now, that you're watching, I pretty much just scribble. The scribbles usually start out as shapes, and then I fill in those shapes with lines that look like what I want them to look like. In this case, it's like faces and expressions. And that's pretty much my entire sketching process. I draw until I like it. And I erase things. As you can see, I erase quite a bit around this time. You know, that's a part of the process. Sometimes you don't like what you're doing. And sometimes you know that you don't like what you're doing, but you try to do it anyways. And that's fine too. I forgot that's a part of the video. I actually, once I finish drawing the main big piece, I go on to just doodle on the other side of the half of the page, and that honestly is exactly what I would do if I weren't videotaping. I'm pretty sure that's what I would be doing. I like to doodle a lot. Whenever my sketchbook tour comes out, you'll see that a lot of my pages are just funny little drawings of the same characters over and over again, and sometimes there's color, but most of the time it's just pencil. That's fun, and that's what I prefer to do. Maybe while I'm drawing this, because I'm pretty sure it goes on for quite a bit while I'm just drawing the same characters over and over, maybe I'll explain who they are. If you don't know, if you've been that's rude. I was gonna say if you live under a rock, but that's rude. If you don't know the show, it's called Good Omens, and it's a very, very, very awful show. You should never watch it. It's really bad. Just kidding. I really do like the show. I really love the characters. As you will see in my next sketchbook tour, I literally only draw them for about a few weeks straight, and you know, that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes you do get that good old brain rot from certain characters and shows. And I know it's gonna happen again whenever the second season of Our Flag Means Death comes out. I'm actually probably gonna have to deactivate my YouTube channel, or else I'll just upload a video of me just screaming about it for 10 minutes. Yeah, expect that, by the way. Expect that. But anyways, it's a show about an angel and a demon named Crowley and Aziraphale. Crowley is the one who is taller, I guess. I don't think I drew him in his demon form. I think he's mainly... No, I did. I drew him. He's the one with the glasses and the silly hair, the gay hair. That's him. And Aziraphale is the silly little guy with the silly little hair and the silly little expressions. So he's just silly. It's pretty much him. And they basically... It's an angel and a demon who have known each other for a bajillion years, and they just get up to little antics, and they just have a grand old time. That's pretty much the entire... this is the entire TV series. I think if you haven't watched it yet, I think you should watch it because it's very wholesome, very sweet. Nothing bad ever happens. Yeah, so you should watch that. You should watch that show. It's a good show. But anyways, I should be done with sketching at this point. I don't really know. I'm not watching my video, by the way. I'm just like, I'm talking into the mic while staring at my desk right now. I go in with a very light watercolor base just to get the colors down. And then I go in and I do the same thing but with the little light thing in the middle. That one I use a bit more pigment because I want it to be the main focal point. It's a big word, but yeah, I want it to be the main, awesomeness of the drawing. Once I'm done with that, I think I do a bit of shading. Once that's done, once I'm done with the watercolor, hopefully I'm done with the watercolor by now, I go in with crayons. Every artist's favorite medium, but I don't know. I've been struggling a bit with drawing or coloring traditionally lately. It's just not fun. Watercolor hasn't been my best friend lately. Gouache has been my arch nemesis. I haven't even picked up acrylic. So crayons is what I've settled with because they're easy to use and easy to use. It's like a marker, but less aggressive, pretty much. I go over with crayons, and the thing is, what I wanted to do with this drawing, I wanted to just be like a shiny little thing that's just like Crowley is holding and Aziraphale's trying to replicate. That was the main premise of it. Was, I think at the top you could see me, I wrote like Archangel redacted shows Angel Aziraphale the act of creation or something like that. So that was the main premise of the drawing. But then it kind of got really crazy with the crayon, which I'm sure you can see, and I kind of go over, maybe I layer it on too thick, I don't really know, but I go over their faces a bit too much and it gets kind of crazy and wacky. And I do end up going back in with marker to just fill in the white space and to outline their faces a bit better so that you could see their expressions, because I was a big fan of their expressions when I first did the sketch, and it kind of got just like completely covered. Obviously I was still a bit sad when their faces got covered. I don't know what point we're at. All I know is that eventually I really just am fed up with their faces. I do go over a lot with the crayons, but I end up getting fed up with their faces, and I just go back in, I get these little note cards, and I draw tinier versions of them. I cut them out and I put them on the space, which I actually kind of like, even though I was kind of a bit sad that the main, I mean, I guess it's still there, but I'm sad that the main drawing ends up getting covered with paper, but I actually kind of like what I did in the end, which I will say is probably a part of my drawing process. A lot of the time, if I do something I don't like, I will cover it, and there's no shame in that. There's also no shame in drawing something that you don't like, because that's just a part of life. Like, you will draw stuff that you're not a fan of, and it's not bad. You will draw stuff that you don't want to show off to people, and that's fine. And it's also fine to cover it. It is fun to look back on the stuff that, even if you didn't like it, it is fun to look back on it. Just hide it somewhere or cover it. Just don't make it inaccessible to yourself, because you will want to look at it, I promise you. Anyways, yeah, I ended up covering it because I wasn't a fan of it and I wanted to add something. I was so in my own head, like, what would I do in this situation? What would I do because I really don't like what I'm drawing? What would I do? And it's really funny because I am me and I should know what I would do. It is really hard to be completely natural when you're recording everything you're doing. So I will say, even though I was saying I was trying to be as honest as possible, I probably wasn't completely honest, just because it's really hard to be completely yourself when you're recording everything. But I feel like this is as close as it's gonna get for now until I get more comfortable in front of a camera, and I could only practice more. So I am practicing by drawing something and not liking it, but posting it anyways. But I kind of like what I did. I think it's definitely something I would do. So I also wanted to make a point that I was thinking about while I was drawing this and while I was thinking about making this video. First of all, I have gotten a lot more attention recently. 2,000 subscribers, thank you by the way, is absolutely crazy. And having 16,000 views on one of my, sketchbook tours, that's pretty crazy too. 16,000, and my most recent video getting 12k views is a lot. I just want to get it out there that I want to make art that I want to make. I just want to get it out there that posting art is not the point of making art, and I don't want to fall into that kind of mindset that everything I draw has to be postable, because that's not gonna happen. A lot of my pages are full of doodles. I just want to let you know and tell you personally that posting art anywhere, on Instagram, on Twitter, whatever, it is not the point of making art, and it is not the point of why you should be making art. I feel like a lot of younger artists are watching me right now, and I just want to get this point across as soon as possible. Making art for yourself and making art that you enjoy and making art that you love to make is the most important thing. Even if people on the internet don't like it, even if it's not the popular way to draw, if you like it, you should make it, and you should not make it. I feel like I had more to say, but I kind of lost it because I was too busy being silly. It's pretty much, you know, I've pretty much been saying the same like 5 points for 20 minutes, goddamn. Whoops. Synopsis: make the stuff you like to make. Draw the stuff in your sketchbook you want to draw. Don't force yourself to make things pretty. Don't force yourself to do anything you don't want to do, because if you do force yourself to make stuff just for the likes, you're gonna end up hating your art and you're gonna have a crisis. So just avoid that and just draw what you want to draw. I think that's about it. I'll probably say this point multiple times throughout many of my videos. I already plan to, because I think it's probably one of the most important lessons I've ever learned. We are done, I think. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my video. I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate you for watching my video if you did. I have a lot more things I want to make, and I plan on making, like, so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for saying such nice things about my art. I really appreciate it. Thank you for just everything. Okay, bye.